What is up, Kingsmen? Welcome back to another Napoleon Total War 3 battle. Today we have another 4v4. This will be two French and Polish versus a HRE Russia Guard, actually, mainly just going to be Russian Cav and Horse Artillery. You're going to have the UK and Spain. UK being the 9-pointer and Spain being a 9-pointer as well. Russia being 9-pointer, actually I think they're only one that's 10-pointers, HRE. And they are going up against, I think, a 11-pointer for France, a 10-pointer for France, and then an 2 8s for Poland. As you can see, they've already moved up a little bit. Nothing is really happening, so that's why I'm going to try to get better at that, and I apologize, guys, if I start the battles way before they actually do start. But as you can see, the UK and Spain are kind of pushed up the side, and Poland just all of a sudden showed up with tons of lancers, so they're kind of driving them back. They're making a very aggressive push here. On this side, this could be the other Polish army, you never know, but they have a lot of lancers. France, you showing up with their dragoons. The Russians, though, are gonna have the massive pack punch cav. I mean, they are going to be bringing some heavy cav. Is it going to be enough? We will see, because as you can see on the mini-map, all of this French alliance is just showing up with all of their cavalry, cuirassiers, more dragoons, some hussars, chevalier lancers, and it looks like they may be trying to make a push here. They may be trying to bully back the... Oh, no, we got a cav charge here. Lancers getting charged by lifeguards, the cheeses from the UK. And the thing about cav battles, I was talking with someone who's definitely a lot better at this, is once someone commits to a cav battle, usually everybody just keeps throwing in their cav. It's almost like you can't even help yourself. So as you can see, it is becoming a mass of cav engagements. Now, I would say the UK look like they definitely have the advantage here. France getting ready to throw in some Chester Cheval. The King's Hussars, the 15th, are going to throw themselves in as well. And over here, the German Legion Stars are actually breaking more Ulani, these Lancers, and maybe they're going to cause them to shift over cav, as you can see here. Although they looks like they're going to go for the guns, maybe. Going to commit, and I think that Russia is going to commit and take out some lancers that got a little too close to their cavalry here. Over here, I definitely feel that the English and Spanish have a massive advantage right now. They have not lost a single cavalry unit, and they are definitely breaking Polish units one after the other. Now, they gotta watch out. If they extend too much, Poland is going to come in behind them. Making sure nothing else is happening over there. The main clash is happening right here, as
Our
actually
men are running, sir.
the UK have surrounded even more lancers. You can see they're inching some over here, maybe trying to reestablish their control on this side, as they definitely had some struggles here. These Spanish cav are just chasing down these Ulani, making sure they do not come back, and the Polish and French basically are non-existent on this side, so they're going to be forced to shift over even more cav. That is already tipping the scales in favor of this coalition against this French alliance. The HRE are getting their units up. Now, the HRE, they have some guys that can form square in the front, but... excuse me. All these early mornings are a killer, I'll tell you what. So the Russians are bringing in 1 or 2 infantry. It looks like a infantry general and maybe a light infantry unit. But the HRE on this side are going to have to carry the battle and hope. That's probably why the Russians are with him, because their Cavs are going to have to support the HRE, because HRE are not going to do well against the Cav. They will do well in a standing line battle, which is what they're going to hope for. Now, as you can see, Spain is way in the back lines here with some Lancers, probably seeing if there's anything pushing out this way, because if not, they're going to have to shift their army over to support this other side. I don't think I've actually seen this map before, so I'm very excited to get an experience how this map plays out. As you can see, there is a 3-pointer right here that technically the French have at this point in time. Um, but if they don't have infantry to support their cavalry, it's not gonna matter. Ooh, what's this? I think I see. Yep, we got Chasseur Cheval going for artillery from the HRE. They left their artillery alone, and the French are going to capitalize on that and take out some 10-pounders for the HRE, unfortunately. Just minding their own business, and then boom, get us hit by French cav. Now, I believe there is another engagement happening over here, and it looks like actually Spain is committing as well as Russia. Oh my goodness, look at this battle. It is just a massive cav engagement. Looks like actually the Spanish are going to commit all of their cavalry. Russia throwing in the cuirassiers as well. And it looks like the UK are also going to throw in cav as well. So we have the Hussars over here. We have I don't know what kind of unit that is, but more dragoons. And over here, Russia is definitely throwing in. I don't know where there they are.
Our men are running, sir.
Cuirassiers are going to be probably. Oh, they're getting attacked. Russia is just everywhere right now. And this is looking bad for the French. They need to maybe get their infantry to help support this battle here. While they're doing that, their HRE is just moving up. HRE bringing basically almost no cav. And they've taken the three-pointer. And these are very decisive cav engagements, although it looks like the French may hold. I don't think they're going to hold, but over here, they are definitely getting surrounded. Infantry trying to maybe form up. Ooh, that's going to hurt, I'll tell you what. They're shooting right into the side of this Russian guard, heavy cav. And, okay, they have some more units rushing in, maybe to try to flank them. They are going to get outflanked. These cuirassiers are going to get outflanked by some dragoons who are going to come into the side, flank them, and probably break them, unfortunately. They're probably very tired, though. This is what you got to be very cautious about, though. You gotta make sure you're not exhausting your men. Oh my goodness, the Polish general Grabowski is getting charged here by some Spanish troops. We got more cav coming in. At least France is not out of cav. Look at this, though, guys. We have French and Polish units in the back lines. Thankfully, there's cavalry here guarding the HRE guns, and it looks like already infantry is starting to engage over here. While this cav battle is still raging, we have a Polish army and a couple French units, which I'm surprised these grenadiers are sitting up here. They should be sat back and used only in bayonet charges. You don't want to throw away your cretins. Oh, also, I always forget to do this. Not every time, but we have the French now fighting against Russia in the HRE. It looks like the coalition got a drop on them. And looks like the UK actually have shifted over to this side. I think they're concerned that they're going to get outflanked. Maybe there's a French army hovering on the right flank, and they don't want the HRE to get outflanked. Now here's the French or the Spanish army is also looks like they're shifting over here. This cav battle looks like it's kind of been disengaged on both sides. Both sides still have cav. They still want to have some cav left to support infantry later on. So I think both sides are going to kind of withdraw, let the infantry kind of start fighting. Cav are like, oh, we did our part. You do your part now. Yeah, so... Gosh, all these... my yawning is so annoying. I can't talk when it's happening. The UK look like they're just being a support at this point. They are just trying to maybe come in and support the flank of the HRE. The HRE are the ones who've taken this LOC, and they are ready for a line battle. We got some Russian horse artillery sitting right here in an excellent vantage point. When you talk about artillery placement, you want to place them to be able to drive back enemy or defend a strong position for attack. For instance, with this HRE, they are here for a strong defensive position at this point. There's a gap in the lines. They have cavalry rush in and defend if someone tries taking out their artillery. And they're going to start really focusing down some units here from France. This is a very strong defensive position. And I think the French are going to attack it, but it's going to be a very strong defensive position. Now, I look at all of this reserves. Hopefully they don't just consolidate in one area, because that is just gonna be a bloodbath for them unless they hit them right now or have a massive flank that the UK are not prepared for. Also, we got HRE Dragoons chasing down some French Chasseurs Cheval. Now, I have seen this battle once before, and it all focused on this house. This house was the focal point. There's a hill, as you can see, a gentle slope to focus on. Over here, there is still more of a slope. So, France is being very passive. They're not really seem to be attacking. Maybe they haven't figured out where they want to attack yet. There is a road that you could take up here and come in behind the enemy. So maybe that's why the UK is kind of sitting back. They could rush to meet them if that happens. Over here, the French are not really pushing. Spain is actually taking this LSE over here, and now it's just kind of sitting here. They have their artillery getting set up. Actually, something you can always do, and it works beautifully if you get a ton of people to do it, is you get all your artillery in one position, make a grand battery, and then focus all their fire on one unit at once. You can blast and melt units, disintegrate them. You can see over here, France has gotten their artillery in position and forming up even more artillery here. And it looks like the Polish are going to advance here, taking their line of infantry up. Like I said, I think the French are just waiting. But the problem is with waiting too much is the HRE now have been able to reform. And that's being able to form up your lines unless they have a trick up their sleeve. Then this battle is going to be a raging. Oh, it looks like the HRE actually maybe trying to take the fight to the French now. They're like, well, they're not attacking, so might as well attack. So they're advancing with their line infantry here. French getting the first volley off. But they're going to return fire, and they have massive units. But the French have gotten at least 2 volleys off. There we go. So they're starting to engage this line. They feel confident in the center, maybe. Or they're just trying to force an engagement on the French. Spain is now sending infantry over. Spain is going to maybe hold the left flank, and they're just going to push where they're strong. That's what I'm assuming. You say you got the UK over here. They are definitely going to be able to shift. The Polish look like they're trying to go through the forest, and actually they're starting to, hopefully HRE noticed this, but their cav is getting shot to pieces. Cav support, and they're advancing with some infantry. So that flank could become serious. Of course, the line battle, like I said, has started in the center, and the artillery from the Russians are just shooting the French infantry to pieces. They almost have a perfect angle. In fact, the Spanish, look at this angle they have. It's almost sideways for the French guns, or for the French infantry. Like, just shoot down the whole line. That is bad. Now, the French do have more reserves. The 11-pointer coming to the 10-pointer support. HRE are just kind of sitting. And nope, they're advancing to the attack. I think the UK are going to help support them, and they're going to try taking this battle. I think, yeah, they have some artillery set up right here. Excellent place for a 3-pounder. Oh, see, the UK, I mean, the HRE are starting to shoot the French line to pieces. You can see artillery really focusing now on the Polish line. You guys see this flanking fire. You have to pay attention to that if you're attacking. This artillery can easily drive back. You gotta do something about this artillery, or it's not gonna work. Your line is just going to shatter. Now, Poland does have an advantage when it comes to attacking the flank. As you can see here, they have, oh my goodness. The artillery from Poland is gonna really start hurting the HRE here. They are getting outflanked, but yeah, I don't think it's gonna matter. As you can see, if we get up close here, this French line is getting shot to pieces here. These grenadiers are down to 35 men, and then there's a gap in the line, and the HRE are closing in here. HRE are just, yeah, they're going to need more troops here from France if they want to hold this line. And the UK, guys, keep in mind, the UK and French factions have not really engaged yet. So this battle still could go one way or the other. Now, reinforcements would be a good thing for the artillery to focus on. They're sideways, you can just go through a ton of units at once. These French units are really getting shot to pieces now. Look at this, the UK have sent in some skirmishers. These guys are going to do a lot of damage. So far, guys, this battle does look very positive for the coalition. They are making solid pushes. Over here is where I would be concerned, if anywhere. Poland has some artillery in a really excellent placement. HRE, though, have kind of split the French. Now, hopefully the French do have some cav left. They could close in this gap. They could break some really heavy units, some really massive units of HRE. Oh, man. The volleys are real on both sides.
Our men are running, sir.
Oh, we had some cavalry engagements. My bad, guys. Not paid attention to the mini-map. It looks like some, the lifeguards tried to close in with some Polish cavalry, and they did exchange. But now Russia is going to send over their cuirassiers, and Poland is definitely not ready for that. Not ready at all. You see that Spain isn't really engaging too much. Poland is actually sitting back here. Yeah, the LOC advantage is definitely in favor of the HRE, and the French are needing to have to fight to get back to it. Now, they are making a solid push here, forcing the HRE to fall back on this side. They were doing so well. Putting pressure, though, on the flank has forced them to have to reform. UK are probably going to have to send some troops over here. HRE, their cav is going to have to fall back. And like I said, the HRE, if their flank is turned, this whole battle here is going to mean nothing. Now, they have really started to break down this French army. This French army really getting the hurt put on them. And as you can see, they have fallen back in the center area. Over here, it looks like Spain is actually starting to put more pressure on the Polish, force them to form up to meet them, and actually maybe cause a gap in the French lines. Maybe the Spanish can advance on the flank over on the left side on the hill and just swing down here. I missed it again. So we had some HREs trying to go for the artillery piece. The artillery piece being so deadly that you not want to have that on the field anymore. But as you can see, they did not defeat it. They managed to run away, And the UK, yep, are going to shift over to deal with the Polish. So they probably will stop their push right here, and they'll try dealing with this flank. This is why the French should attack right now. In fact, I don't know why they're falling back. They should be attacking this angle. They can shoot a ton of... They could focus all this fire on this one unit and start breaking them down the line before the UK get there. I'm not sure why they won't, but, you know, who knows what their plans are. I wasn't there to hear what they're saying. Now, actually, the Polish are forcing back the Spanish. Cavalry forming up. They're maybe going to have a Lancer v. Lancer. Oh, no, but these are just lights. But, yeah, the Spanish are actually going to fall back. Their artillery are going to have to help even the odds. And Poland should start pushing over here, maybe. And here we go, guys. The UK, I'm not sure why they're not forming up yet to meet this army. Maybe they're trying to pull them into a trap. I'm not sure. But here we go. The French are advancing. Yes, thank you. This is the perfect angle of attack. You focus on this. You don't have to focus on this side, although the artillery are going to make this very difficult, and you gotta do one or the other in attacking or defending. You have to do one or the other. The Spanish are going to start feeling a lot of pressure now, and you can see they're shifting troops over because this is going to be a problem. Now all this artillery is probably focused on this side, and that's why probably the French are like, well, let's attack. Then we have 2 artillery or 4 artillery focusing on us, doing a lot of damage though. My goodness. So they did a bayonet charge possibly for the guns, but they are definitely going to break. But here is a really good push, guys. Oh, what? Uh-oh. Looks like a general just got shot and killed. As you can see him sitting right here. The general's like, oh dear, what do we do? What do we do? So, yeah, the Polish are definitely going to make a very good push. The Spanish just lost their general, so that'll be a concern. They're on their own right now. The French are starting to break against just the repeated volleys. They have now 6 guns. Oh, look at this. The French are pushing up here. HRE have withdrawn a little bit more. That's always a good sign. When the enemies start withdrawing, guys, that's a good sign. We got more infantry now charging in. And the artillery managed to be able to run back. And now we have some cav rushing in. These guys can form square right here, so maybe they will attack this unit. But here we go. The heavy cav and the HRE are forming a attack. Maybe also to cover the retreat, because the HRE are pretty bloodied here, which is going to have the UK shuttling troops over this way. The HRE, I think, are going to have to try to hold on their own. They have some troops over here. But the Polish actually are making a very good push here. And maybe they're going to start turning this battle around. As you can see, they are forming up and going more around the flank, and maybe get an outnumber. Over here, they are actually making a push now, guys. The French have finally started making a really good push. Now, their artillery is going to start making them pay dearly for any ground they do take. Over here, it looks like actually Russia is going to try to help even the odds here, going for line infantry from Poland. And none of these guys can form squares, so that's going to really hurt here. Now, they have no one that can form square, unfortunately. And we have some units that are going to start bayonet charging them as well. So Poland is in trouble. They need to reform their lines. They need their general to help rally that unit. We do have the French falling back now. I think they did what they wanted to. UK now are going to form up here. And they sure are going to ship the rest of their troops probably over here because the Polish are making a very definitive push here. They are making a push, and this push could start turning the whole flank for the HRE. As you can see, they are starting to get outshot. Their units down to 40 men out of 103. At least you have fresh units, and the artillery, guys, is just crazy. It actually looks like the Russians are going to just go in. They're going to go for some infantry here that cannot form square. This is a ballsy play, as they are probably going to lose that. You have cuirassiers sit in the back lines. I'm not sure why they sat way far back unless they were afraid of getting killed by artillery here, which, I mean, that's a real problem. So this Russian cavalry has forced back the entire Polish line, and now Spain is going to advance while they're trying to deal with this cav. Over here, the UK are going to advance, and France, they're just really hurt here. I don't think they know what they could do. I wouldn't know what really to do in this situation. I mean, you can't just advance anymore, but you can't just fall back either. So now the French are going to fall back as the UK actually are starting to turn their flank. Now, over here, the Polish are making definitely making a push, in forcing basically all the HRE army to face them. HRE sending their cavalry along. These guys can form square though, so it's not going to matter that much. I don't think they're too worried about it unless they get too close to the infantry. But the French are, yeah, they are advancing, and the HRE actually are in danger of losing. I mean, they could, in the next 5 minutes, they could get mass routed if the French play their cards right. As you can see, they're getting really close. I'm actually getting very concerned that the HRE are going to lose. HRE maybe have to commit some cavalry, forcing these units to not be able to advance here. Just hover the flank, force them not to turn this flank. So over here, the HRE are, I mean, they're shooting the Polish to pieces. Polish over here on this right flank are getting now pushed by the Spanish. These two Russian guard are actually pushing up by themselves. The UK has units in reserve here, and it's just holding the line. But the French are actually making a solid push here. As you can see, they actually have broken some HRE units. Where's the cav? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Guys, this is gonna be bad. A ton of Polish cav is rushing out here, and they're gonna go straight for the HRE line. Now they did have someone that could form square, and they did run over their own skirmishers. You always have to be careful, don't charge. But it looks like they are going to go straight for more HRE units, and now the French are going to advance using this building as cover, and the HRE are in big trouble here, guys. What I'm saying is, if you have skirmishers sitting here, you gotta click right here. Say the enemies are here, click right here to run them through.
We have killed their general, sir. Now
and
they
then
must
charge.
break.
You're gonna run over your own units every time. I think there's a French general. Yep, Mortier is dead, and the French are in disarray on this side. So they have to turn the flank soon because the HRE look like they're actually starting to lose on this flank. UK actually, you don't seem to be doing the greatest at the moment. They're actually not doing very well, so it looks like the left flank is going to be where they need to make some definitive attacks and make a definitive victory, because the HRE are now in full retreat, and the Polish are starting to make a very aggressive
Our men are running,
push.
sir.
As you can see, actually, the French are starting to break in the center against the French line. Losing 2 units here. This is bad. Even with artillery support, they seem to be not able to hold. Unfortunately, the French units are just so large. And then, of course, you have more French units. These are very healthy, very large. They are starting to push on the flank for the UK. UK is starting to feel the pressure, and they may actually start losing a lot of ground here that they've already gained. At the same time, though, they are making a very good push here. Come on, you can do it, boys. Hopefully the bug, the brown vest, or whatever it is, there we go. You start pouring the fire, Spanish with them. Taking on an 11-pointer. Poland, I think they need to stop somewhere, and now the turntables have turned. So aptly said. Artillery now is going to start shooting the Spanish, and they're going to get a taste of what they were seeing the French get, basically. Over here, it looks like we got HRE forming up by the house here. Oh, we got some Highlanders actually doing a bayonet charge here. Look at this. These bold guys. I wish they had a bagpiper instead of like a drummer. That would be awesome. But these guys are committing in, guys. They are going to, yep, they're going to charge the flank, force the flank. I love how the Highlanders look. They just, it's so good looking. Yeah, that's right. Duke it out. Ouch. And now the French are in full retreat due to the HRE making an aggressive push here. They can't form square. They should have just held their ground. Now the HRE are just going to hit the back of these retreating French troops. And Poland's now going to have to reform. So it looks like that... Uh-oh. Don't charge your own troops. So, yeah. Oh, we have more Polish cat. Oh, this is going to go badly. HRE sending some hussars to maybe stop them, but they have cuirassiers here, so maybe that will help. But oh, we have a bayonet charge. We had some grenadiers here going right for all three HRE troops. Now these cuirassiers are going to help support this line of retreat. These guys need to rush in. I know they're tired, but they need to rush in here. HRE are making a very solid push here, forcing back the Polish. Over here, the French have just gotten destroyed. I missed it. I missed the definitive action. Or they just fell back a ton. But as you see, I think some Spanish troops are doing bayonet charges, and yep, they have forced them back, and for a second, guys, the battle hung in the balance. And now I think that the coalition is definitely on the winning side here. They're winning the beginning, and kind of started losing ground here. I thought they were going to get outflanked, but now the Spanish, the French could definitely still pull this off. Maybe not as much over here, but they could. They have some backline infantry that just get charged now. And the Polish look like they're trying to make a last stand here by their guns. But I would say that, yeah, LOC victory and just the fight in general is definitely on the coalition side. Although, man, look at this. Some very solid volleys from this Polish line. I can't see it. Some cavalry here trying to... Ooh, well, that was brutal. Look how close these guys are getting to each other. Oh, we have some bayonet charges here as the HRE cav is just going in and just destroying this line. These guys, if they do form square, they're going to get bayonet charged here. And I think the Polish are, with Russia's help, the Polish are going to get destroyed here. Right by the forest. And the HRE, having fought so hard, I think are finally going to win this. I mean, the slaughter, guys, around this house, as usual, it is terrible. Now the Polish, like I said, they are trying to form up here. They're trying to get in a line and just defend. I think at this point, you know, it's a losing battle, but, you know, see how many kills you can get. See how long you can hold. Got some men doing another bayonet charge here. And yeah, usually you don't see a lot of victories from the Spanish side. I mean, Spain definitely played well. Spain can't really play the same as some of the other factions. Their morale is terrible. They're like Prussia. They take a lot of skill to play. So this battle is kind of wrapping up, guys. Let me fast forward to the very end, because like I said, this last Polish line is they're just kind of trying to defend here, hold, but there's only 19 minutes left. So I'm probably just gonna fast forward, and you can let me know in the comments if you like seeing the last stands and you'd like me to keep playing it, because I have no problem doing that. Real fast, guys, do you want to see what a farmer looks like? A farmer's, where a farmer's been? Look at this. You just follow the trail of dead. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing. The Spanish have nothing else to do while this battle winds down. There's one more person sitting here, but it just cracked me up because I was just looking around the battlefield and you just see this, boop, just this trail of just French dead. Oh man, starting right here. I mean, you could probably find other ones elsewhere. I mean, you have here. Just cracked me up. I had to share. You can see it from the sky. Alright, guys, so that one was sent in by Philippe. He was playing as the UK. As you can see, the Russians brought the least amount, which is really weird to see, but of course it was mainly Cav, so yeah, man, that was a good game. Went back and forth for a little bit there, but pulled out the victory in the end. Well played on both sides. There's not much else I can say about it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for joining me for this video. You guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe, and I will catch you all in another video.